Good evening, YouTube. Welcome, everyone. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to join me today on my YouTube channel. If you enjoy my content, please like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to have you. Today, I'm going to do some words of wisdom, and the topic of today is your soul's plan, fated life versus a destiny life. So today I'm kind of going to dive into a topic that kind of touches on the core of our existence, the difference between living a life of fate and stepping into your destiny. So I kind of want to begin with a story where where you can imagine as a young woman standing at a crossroads and you're burdened by the expectations of society and your family, um, where you dream of painting your canvas. But everyone tells you to pursue a stable career or get something and stick to it. But for years, she's followed that safe path until one day she picks up a paintbrush and begins to paint her envisioned canvas. And again, she begins to feel alive for the first time in decades. So, this story kind of reminds us that our fate may try to bind us, but our destiny always sends whispers waiting for us to listen. And today, let's explore how we can tune in to that voice and step into the life where we truly are meant to live. So, why why does this topic matters? Why does, choosing your fated life over your destiny life? Why does this matter? So many of us go through life questioning why things happen the way they do, or wondering if we're on the right path. Understanding the concept of a soul plan, it helps us align our lives with higher purpose, and it also helps us to create meaning out of both challenges and opportunities. So, for example, I once worked with someone who felt trapped in a repetitive cycle of unfulfilling jobs. By reflecting on their deeper purpose and taking small intentional steps, they were able to transform into a career that aligned with their passions. Now, this understanding not only empowered them, but it also brought a profound sense of peace and fulfillment. So let's define these key concepts of what is a soul plan. So, a soul plan is the blueprint for your life that your soul agrees to before incarnating on earth. Imagine it is a GPS system for your soul. It provides the destination and the general route, but you still have the freedom to take detours, explore scenic paths, or even recalibrate if you stray too far. It encompasses lessons, relationships, opportunities for growth along the way. It's not a rigid map, but rather a flexible framework that allows for free will. So, fated life versus a destiny life. What does that really mean? Well, with a fated life, this is the life that unfolds when we allow our external circumstances, our societal expectations, or our past conditions to dictate our path. For example, feeling stuck in a career or a relationship because that's just how things are. And that's how things have been. So that's how you continue to move forward with that. Now, a destiny life, this could be the life we actively create when we listen to our inner calling and align with our higher purpose. So, An example of this would be taking bold steps to pursue your passions, even if it defies logic or tradition. So there is a biblical connection to um, fated life versus a destiny life, and it comes from Proverbs 6 and 9. It says, "The heart of a man plans his ways, but the Lord establishes his steps." This verse beautifully illustrates the interplay between human effort and divine intervention. While we make plans and take actions, it is ultimately through divine alignment that our steps are guided toward our destiny. So, this also reminds us that even when life seems uncertain, a higher power is always orchestrating our journey, ensuring that each step serves a greater purpose. So, this verse also highlights the interplay between our free will and our divine guidance. So, as we kind of explore these differences um, of living in a fated life, there are some defining characteristics of living in a fated life. And those characteristics could be feeling powerless or like a victim of your circumstances, repeating cycles or patterns that lead to frustration. Decisions are often fear based and are driven by societal expectations. And some example of this is staying in a toxic job or relationship just because it feels safe. Just because you've been in it for many, many years and you're afraid to leave, or you're afraid to move to the circumstances of where you may not have what you need at the time that you're going to move, but you've got to plan that strategy in order to be able to get out of that toxic job or that toxic relationship. So you so in this instance, you're suppressing your dreams out of fear and out of failure. Um, but when you're living in a destiny life, the characteristics of this feel empowering and very purposeful. It embraces challenges and opportunities for growth. And you have decisions that are aligned with inner wisdom and divine guidance. So, examples of living in a destiny life would be launching a business or initiative that reflects your passions. Also, walking away from situations that no longer serve your highest good, walking away from people that no longer serve your highest good, and the role of the free will. So, a fated life isn't wrong, it's just part of your journey. So please know that if you are walking in your fated life right now, it is part of your journey to get you to your destiny. It is the free will that allows us to transition from a fated driven life to a destiny driven one. And though there are some practical steps to this transition, okay? First, you got to become aware. It's your awareness. Recognize the areas in your life where you feel stuck and unfulfilled. You also, some of the things that you can do along this way is keep a journal. Write about reoccurring challenges or any frustrations and reflect on the deeper lessons that you learned from these reoccurring challenges or frustrations. And then you also want to connect with your inner voice. So you want to spend time in silence or in meditation to tune into this intuition. And you want to ask yourself, what is my soul calling me to do? You want to take inspired action. So small steps lead to big changes. So you want to identify just one actionable step toward your destiny. What is the one thing that I can do that will keep moving me towards my fulfilled destiny or towards the thing that I want to do? And an example of that, if your soul is yearning to write, then commit to writing for 15 minutes a day, whether it be in your journal or if you're wanting to write a book, start writing 15 minutes of that book. And I'm speaking to myself on this one. Start writing 15 minutes every day about something that you could eventually turn into your book. But you also want to trust the process. So, in trusting the process, that is going to build your faith. So, and faith plays a key role when you're in this process. So, you want to trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor. So, remember, challenges are often signs of growth, not a hindrance. You have to look at it at that perspective that when you're facing challenges, you are moving into a growth season. You are learning something from that challenge. So let's talk about a story of fate to destiny. So I have an example of someone that I know personally, a multimillionaire, and his name was Mr. Joe Dudley Sr., who he is no longer with us now, but he is an example of fate to destiny story. Um, he actually played an integral part in my life where um, this was a man who knocked on people's doors at home selling hair care products to then turning it into a multi-million dollar company that is still running today. Um, the lives that he touched along the way are profound, and I am one of those lives. He is the reason that I love working in sales positions to this day. So you want to highlight the pivotal moments um, that have transformed your life and brought to you to where you are today. And also, you want to highlight the outcomes. Okay? And then, so I invite you to reflect on your own lives and think of a time when you chose destiny over fate. Okay? So, I do want to close with some final reflection thoughts. So, transitioning from fate to destiny is not a one time decision, but it's a lifelong practice. For example, imagine someone feeling stuck in a job that doesn't align with their passion. They might start they might start small by just exploring hobbies or taking classes or eventually transitioning into a career that fulfills their soul's purpose. So really it's about consistently making choices that reflect your inner truth and trusting the journey. So every day we have the opportunity to choose an alignment of our purpose and our growth. So as we call to action, I want to encourage you to take one step this week. Find something that you enjoy doing that aligns with your soul's calling. Now, I did write a poem today, and it's about your soul's journey. So I'll read this poem. So beneath the stars, a map unfolds, a plan of whispers, a tale untold. Etched in light before we came, a soul's design, a sacred name. Fate lies, rows of shadowed bend, circumstances guiding where life pretends. Yet destiny calls with our voice so clear. Through the noise, it draws us near. Fate may bind with chains unseen. dreams deferred because of other sin. But destiny burns with a fire within, a compass ignited, your faithful guide to pave the way, and your destiny can no longer hide. So, step by step, we carve our way from faded dust to destined day. For within us lies the sacred key to break the bounds and set us free. The soul's plan is neither set nor still. It binds to choice and with its guided will. So dare to listen, to rise, to ascend. Fate is the cage, but destiny is God's final end. Thank you, YouTube. Have a wonderful evening, and I hope to see you on the next video.